Welcome back. You're watching the 8th Emerging India Awards. I'm Shireen Bhan. The engineering sector today constitutes the largest group in the overall industrial sectors in India. Now, this sector is relatively less fragmented at the top owing to the high competencies required, while at the lower end, it's highly fragmented and dominated by smaller players. Our next SME is ISC Projects. With over 45 years of specialization in various capacities for the railways, ISC Projects has so far executed over 180 projects involving more than 2,500 track kilometers.
Started in 1967 by Indrajit Singh Chhabra, ISC Projects is today a trusted brand renowned as a civil engineering and construction company specializing in the private railway siding works. The company has expanded into the construction of bridges, infrastructure development, consultancy and renewable energy sector.
Hi Mr. Chhabra, welcome to the Emerging India Awards. What are some of the main business verticals that you are dealing in? What is your main area of operations?
We are mainly into railway infrastructure. First we started with doing railway track works for Indian Railways mainly. That was track renovation work, then linking of new tracks for Indian Railways, sidings and all. Gradually we went into private sidings. Now we are doing it for we are not doing it mainly for Indian Railways, but we are doing it for private players. Like we are doing it for private players in thermal power stations, for steel industries, cement industries, petroleum industries.
How are you managing these challenges of being an SME but still working in such a capital intensive business?
See, right now we have a turnover of around, we are touching around 100 crores. And first when we were doing it for railways used to supply us the material free of cost. So the investment was not too high. But now gradually when we have entered into the private sector field, now the material is also to be purchased by us. So now the investment has gone up, but we have good tie-ups with the banks and finances. And we are managing
Any inventions or any new innovations that you have done in your last?
Gradually there is in India, like you may be knowing, that there is the problem of labor scarcity is too much now. And this being a major labor oriented work, then we had to invent some jugards, Indian jugards. Like we invented one machine which was equivalent to a PQRS machine, Pleasure Quick Relaying System machine used by railways. So we invented a self-made mechanical PQRS machine type thing, which we were the first to use it in India for RVNL.
The company is diversifying into the renewable energy segment by installing a wind power unit in Rajasthan and manufacturing precast structures used in construction of commercial and residential buildings.
Mr. Chhabra, tell me a little bit about the future plans that you have for the next 5 years.
You may be knowing that Indian Railways are expanding to a very great length. Like they have come up with the DFCC, Dedicated Freight Corridor. Then Pune Metro is coming. So we are looking forward to having an active role into DFCC as well as Pune Metro. And mainly then we are also diversifying into real estate in Pune. We are working into getting our 2 projects started in real estate. Then one very good project we are coming up with is a precast pre-stress factory for building structures.
Mr. Chhabra, you spoke about your future plans, but what are some of the challenges that you foresee in this expansion?
In this railway infrastructure, main challenge is now the land acquisition. The land acquisition is getting delayed due to the policy the policies are not clear. So the land acquisition gets delayed and then the projects are not viable because of the inflation. Now, once we quote a tender, and with the tender, in many tenders, the private companies, they don't give us the price variation clause. So once we quote the tender and we expect the tender to be completed in the DOC, the date of completion what the company gives, like 9 months or 11 months. But gradually, due to land acquisition problem, which is beyond their control, the project gets delayed and the cost goes up. So it is like a very tight situation for both the clients as well as us, the company who are executing these projects.
Well, that is truly an enterprise to watch out for. On that note, it's time for another break. On the other side, you watch the growth story of SGS Weather, and we get talking with Anuaga, the director of Thermax, about the challenges these enterprises face and what the future possibly holds for the SME sector in India. You're watching the 8th Emerging India Awards. Stay tuned.